Good evening, Squawkers, and welcome to the Squawk, the Merrill Hyde podcast where we talk about absolutely nothing. I'm Squawker 1, and this is
Squawker 2
and Squawker 3.
We just wanted to do this for our journalism class, also because we are a bunch of bored teenagers who have nothing better to do, so why not start a podcast? So, just to start off, how's your guys' school years looking? What's up? What's up, Squawker 2?
Okay, so, I've got a pretty light load this year. It's not terrible. I have Spanish 1, and then I go over to Mr. Duncan's room for a push. Then I go and take environmental science, and then finish off the day with journalism. It's not terrible right now, because, the start of the school year.
Yep.
But it's not also entirely easy either.
Right, because I took A-Push last year, and that class beat the crap out of me. I'm going to be real.
Did you take AP Euro?
I also took AP Euro. It is so much different than AP Euro.
Is it, harder in general, or, no, not really?
I'd say that it's a bit more specific is the difference. With A-Push, it's a lot more of the specifics into U.S. history, whereas Euro was just a lot of general information you need to know about Europe.
Okay, so Euro could be compared to a crash course, like an in-depth crash course, but a crash course in and of itself of European history. And A-Push is, since we already took 8th grade,
Social studies?
U.S. government.
Yeah. U.S. government, social studies. It's more of in-depth, and you're doing a lot more personal information.
Yeah, I would say that. There's a lot more text that you have to read. And just a lot more characters in the American story that you probably never even heard of.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not taking any AP history classes, so I don't know what... I do have a quick question, though, because I'm a sophomore currently, and you both took AP Euro?
Yes.
Did you still have to take Honors Gov or US Gov? I just don't know.
Yes.
You did? Okay. I was just curious.
Gov, I believe you take it this year.
I do, yeah. I have it next semester because that's the quarter class, so I have that mixed with gym next semester.
Yeah.
Okay.
You only have to take that, and you don't really have to concern yourself with the other, history and AP stuff. But what about... But speaking of your class next semester, what's your classes looking like?
Right now, I'm doing pretty well. It's sort of similar to you, Squawker, too. Where it's a pretty balanced year. My first class is Chinese. It's weird because our Chinese classes are split, so it's a very tiny class. Because I'm in Chinese 3, and for some reason, there's first block Chinese 3 and third block Chinese 3.
Is it because Miss Zhao may not have a different class to take that other spot? Maybe.
I think so, and I think it's just because it didn't work for everyone else, and they needed to let people take Chinese 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have super small first block. It's kind of weird because it's all a bunch of shy nerds, and I'm not very intelligent. So I'm not great at foreign languages.
I doubt that.
Well, I try my best, but I'm still not great at foreign languages.
You smarter me than...
That's great, Squawker, too. But I don't know. I usually don't know the answer whenever Zhao Lao Shi speaks to me. And then I feel bad because I don't answer her. And she's just looking at me, and I'm like, I want to answer you, Zhao Lao Shi. And I don't know what she wants me to say, or what she just said. I don't know how I got into Chinese 3 at all. That was just my first block. I'm sorry.
I'm proud of you, Squawker 1. You're doing
Squawker
great.
2.
2 words for you, Squawker 1. Google Translate.
Oh, I use it to its fullest extent.
I tried using that in Latin. It ended up not working at all.
Is Latin even on Google Translate?
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really janky, though. You try and translate something as simple as, I don't know,
well,
your name, my name is, and it's instead of my name is, it's my name are, or something stupid like that, or you try and translate it, and it gives you a direct translation, so all the words are out of order, and you have to try and figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Does that happen in Chinese?
Actually, not at all. There's obviously mistakes because it's Google Translate, but Chinese and Google Translate is shockingly good, and Ms. Zhao encourages us to use it because there's a lot of words that we don't know, and she just says, if you don't know it, you have a phone, and I'm like, yes, I do, thank you.
What a good teacher.
Yeah, I love Ms. Zhao, but I'm not very good at foreign languages. It's just a different studying habit, and I'm not used to it, and I don't think I ever will be, honestly.
If you need any help trying to figure out what the heck is going on, my brain adapted to Latin real well, and
I
trying
think
to
Latin's
figure
very
out...
different from Chinese.
It is, but it's also not really, because it's just a lot of, like, is it confusing with...
It's not really confusing, it's just memorize. It's just because there's two different sections of Chinese where it's speaking and writing. Because in writing there's all characters, and then you have to read that, which is a mix of the both. Because in speaking it's just saying the pinyin, and then you don't have to worry about the characters, but we don't do that really. It's all the writing, focusing on characters and what they mean, so you still get that speaking because you have to read it.
Because it's Chinese 3.
It's Chinese 3. And it's really rough because I keep forgetting. I know what the characters mean. I don't know how to say them. And that it gets really rough because Miss Zhao likes to hold conversations with us. She'll like start the class off and I'm just like having a mental battle trying to figure out what she just said to me. And she just asked how I was doing. And I'm just lost. I'm just sitting in front of my good friend Kyle, and neither of us know what's happening.
Well,
and then,
I mean,
eventually it clicks.
I'd imagine Kyle isn't very responsive to your pleas for help.
No, he's not, but I love him. He's great.
What a helpful friend.
I love Kyle.
What a good guy.
Anyway.
What about the rest of your schedule, though?
For the rest of my first block, it's pretty simple. It's just a lot of not easy classes, but right now it's just kind of pretty slow, but it's not much of like a stress or anything. It's AP Seminar, Algebra 2, and then Journalism. Journalism is what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And then Algebra 2 is fine. I like Miss Futrell.
I have Algebra 2 next semester. What can I expect from... I already had Miss Futrell for geometry.
I think just study up on your geometry a little more, because I think it is more important than the Algebra 1 so far. But again, I don't know, it's the first few weeks.
It's like the basics still.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think having Miss Futrell before helps a lot, just because you know her teaching style. And it's about the same, even though she does have a classroom now.
That's awesome.
It is awesome, although she did take it from Miss Zhao. Which feels very weird for me, as a long-time Chinese student.
I mean, if you look at the class sizes at this point, it makes sense logistically.
It does. Chinese is much smaller.
Speaking of, Squawker 3, how are your class sizes and everything?
So, that's an interesting story, because going into my senior year of high school, I have absolutely nothing.
Nice.
We have journalism with us.
I don't really consider that a class.
That's more of a hobby.
It's more of this semester is more of hobbies. Besides, so I have dual enrollment first block, which means I don't even come to school until 9:30, 3 days out of the week, right? Mm-hmm. And so then up next I have intro to guitar, which
I took that class with Miss Vendel before she left. It was fun. Are you enjoying it so far?
I'm enjoying it very much.
That's great.
I think there's been a bit of a different approach compared to how Miss Vendel had it, where Mr. Mudd is letting people diversify into what kinds of guitar. Like for me, I'm not even playing the guitar, I'm playing the bass.
Really?
Like I'm on an electric bass in that class.
So, if I'm hearing you correct, I could technically play banjo and intro to guitar, even though it's a banjo and not a guitar.
I mean, by all accounts, that sounds about right to me.
All right. I'm taking intro to guitar again.
I'm just curious because again, I have not taken this class. Renzo, what was it like last year? Like, what kind of genres and stuff did you learn?
So the genres are really kind of not there, to be honest with you. I mean, of course, there was with how we presented and sang songs with other classes. Those were obviously very sectioned and nice and neat, but typically when we were practicing, it's general songs and getting the hand movements down with your right hand, which plays the strings with the pick, and your left hand, which does chords, notes, and whatever else you're doing up there. But it's also really nice because you're able to learn all these different chords, notes, and how to read music, too, if you never knew.
I actually have a guitar. For anyone this is just some quick little side note. We are in my house right now, and we are right next to my closet, and there is a guitar in there. There is a full acoustic guitar just sitting in there. I've used it a bit. I'm not very good at it because I don't know how to read music.
Well, I will say, at some point in your high school career, you should highly consider taking intro guitar.
I might be forced to.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a fun elective class, and it's a good time. It's a pretty solid experience.
Okay, I don't mean to brag, okay, when I say this, because guitar is very cool. I enjoyed it a ton, and I still play after even doing this. I have 2 flamenco guitars at my house. I need to restring one of them, but the other works. So it's like you have the metal strings for the lower notes, and then like plasticky strings for the higher ones. Nylon. Thank you, Squawker Zero. I appreciate it. Flamenco guitar music is a subgenre of like Latin American music and like Spanish music. When you're watching like a movie about like bullfighting, which is really really like specific.
I know what you mean, though.
But it's like, but not Despacito. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Okay. It's really good. Look it up on YouTube when
I will.
You can.
Maybe I won't. I don't know.
Okay, but we have 2 of those. I have an acoustic guitar that I used for intro to guitar, and then I recently bought an electric guitar, and it's epic. It's a Stratocaster. Which is like you have 2 separate pickups, one by one, kind of parallel, and then you have a lower one that is 2 like smushed together, and those pick up low notes and are really good for like grunge or rock music, and it sounds really really nice. But I just wanted to share that I had some pretty cool guitars, and I wanted to talk about flamenco music because it's epic.
Good for
Listen to flamenco music, please.
I can actually agree with you on that. Flamenco music is very, very excellent.
Thank you, Squawker 3. Robinson, please take over.
Robinson, I mean, so after Intro to Guitar, I then have Advanced Theater, which I'm taking Advanced Theater twice this year. And let me tell you, being in a theater class with 3 other people total is very interesting. So it is me and 3 other fellow senior boys, Benjamin Wheeler, Cole Bridges, and Leonardo da Vinci Whiston.
Wow.
And it's most days Miss Spears isn't entirely sure what to do with us. I mean, like, you take one look at that roster and you're like, what do I even do with these 4?
With 4 fellas.
Reethi, I know that you have an excellent background in theater.
Do I?
Yeah.
I guess I do. I'm a little bit upset about that because I don't get to take theater this year, which is very upsetting for me. Scheduling issues.
Oh,
that's
that
about
sucks.
Right, because everybody's schedules got like
a little jazzed,
all mixed around at the very beginning of the year, and then they ended up just changing classes that didn't need to be changed.
Yeah, I was put into Theater 1 originally, and then they couldn't put me into Advanced Theater, I guess. So then I'm just not going to be able to take it.
That's not good. That's a no bueno.
A lot of people got psyched out of a lot of classes that they were looking forward to. Especially, I know a handful of seniors had some of their like dream classes kind of swiped away because the freaking servers couldn't figure out what they were doing.
Yeah.
I was swiped out of taking music with Mr. Mudd, and I'm so sad about that. But I don't know. I don't wake up early, so it's kind of okay. But I'm still bummed about it because I did want to play, you know?
That's fair.
Yeah. Well,
and then after third block, we all share journalism together.
We do.
We're a wonderful class.
That's really cool.
We're all on the newspaper staff.
And all on this podcast right now.
Yeah!
Woo!
Okay.
Also, excuse me. I'd like to just give a quick little introduction to our amazing editor and other stuff that he does. Squawker Zero. Thank you so much for helping us out.
Thank you,
up.
Squawker Zero. A quick round of applause.
Love you, Squawker Zero. And we'll tell you who he is, maybe eventually.
Maybe not. Who knows? We love you, Squawker Zero.
Squawker Zero.
He just gave us a little heart with his hands.
So
love
handsome.
Or beautiful.
Or beautiful. Who knows?
All right.
Love you anyways, Squawker Zero.
Anyways. So the day before the first day of school, came in on the Sunday for the what is it, the back to school splash or whatever, and the first thing that I noticed when I walk out of the parking lot
Mhm.
is I see the beautiful, lush greenness of the front courtyard is completely overshadowed by concrete.
I know, right? Okay. I dropped myself off upstairs because I don't have my driver's license yet. Upstairs, so I never really got to see that until lunchtime the first day of school. I looked out there expecting this wondrous, lush green grass out there that we always had.
And it's gone.
It's gone, covered by tile and concrete, and that made my heart break as Squawker 2 that I couldn't see the grass anymore. It was so amazing to be able to be like, I'm out in nature while not out in nature.
Yeah, it'll be weird having like field day and stuff without the grass there.
Yeah. People won't be able to get like grass stains eating their lunch anymore. They're
No.
going to be sitting on solid, burning concrete.
I was
So sad.
so bummed that I couldn't get grass stains on my shorts this year. You know?
Well, I mean, you still can. Like,
Well, yeah,
You
but I'm
could.
not sitting outside at lunch tables anymore doing that. I'm sitting on concrete instead. If I want to get grass stains, I have to go up and over.
That
You
is
know?
awful.
That's
Can't
true.
believe it.
I'm so sad.
I, for one, am open to change. We are, like I mentioned, in my bedroom. And
Oh,
I
I get the joke. I
don't. All right. Yeah. I just got a new shelf. I redid my whole room somewhat recently. I like when things are a little bit different. Last year, new people won't have any idea, but if you've been at Merrill Hyde for a year, then you would remember when they redid the whole library, all the new tables and all that.
It's so nice now.
I loved it.
I agree. The tables were nice, and the rest of the facelift that they did at the school with like the sound paneling and the darker colors, like the nice trim,
Oh, yeah.
the edging.
I didn't notice the sound paneling until you just mentioned it up on the ceilings of the cafeteria.
Up on the ceilings and on the walls.
It sounds-
It's on
sounds
the
better.
walls too.
Yeah, it is.
It just blends in then.
Yeah, the new paint job is all really great. Like you mentioned, the new trim on all the doors. I like a lot of the changes. Especially, I really did love those new library tables and chairs. They're all a lot more comfortable.
They are. But the one thing that I did not like is how they changed the setup. Of course, it's good now that we're all used to it, right? But when that first change was made, it felt so cramped in there just because of all the tables. But now that I'm thinking about it, all those tables mean that more people can fit in there,
Yep.
you know?
Yeah.
So if a teacher has to use the library for like a class or something, they absolutely can.
But like this year, the renovations were so drastic, and like with that unnecessary, hard, stale, burning concrete sitting outside, and like I can understand, but like, do you guys know how much they actually spent on the renovations?
I do not.
I do, but I'm going to let you say it anyway.
Okay.
They spent $50,000.
That's more money than my organs are worth.
I don't know. You could sell it pretty high.
Yeah,
on the
you'd
black
probably
market.
be surprised.
Really?
We could probably
Pleasantly or
Don't get any
unpleasantly?
idea. Don't get any ideas.
We could probably
Do not worry.
don't get any ideas.
Do not worry, Squawker 1 and 3. I will not sell my organs anywhere. I promise you.
Thank you.
You could easily run for a couple mil on the black market. That's all I'm saying.
Are you constantly looking at the prices of organs?
Listen,
Squawker 3?
all I'm saying is there are trends in the ecosystem.
Well, you never know. Squawker 2 probably has some weird stuff going on in there, and we have no idea unless we
I'm
take a
controlled
peek.
by
But
I'm controlled by an alien, if any of you guys are wondering. Squawker 1, I'm sure you did not know that. But Squawker 0 absolutely knew.
I feel left out, and I'm a little offended. But
I'm
all right.
You never asked. To be
We-
fair, you never asked
We-
if I was controlled by a little tiny green alien from Mars.
We are your co-hosts. I feel like at this point we deserve the respect and care and tenderness of good friends such as Squawker Zero. But if you're going to be talking to us, I don't know that I can trust you anymore.
Okay, but the thing is here is this is like the first episode of the podcast, right? And now we are just now being co-hosts.
That's
like
true.
in the present. We were not co-hosts before, and no offense to Squawker 1 and 3 here, but that did not seem to what's the correct word for this? Earn, maybe? Or
Wow.
Wow.
We didn't earn it.
forces people, okay?
You-
Earn or not deserve. That's mean.
That's even
okay?
worse.
That's even worse. They understand. You guys never had the capacity to understand this until now. It was like a paywall in an EA game. You don't know what's behind it until you get to that point in time where you're able to
Squawker
understand.
2. How much did we pay for this?
0.
I don't believe you.
0 in money that does not exist.
No, you know what we did? We spent $50,000 in renovations just to get you onto this podcast.
Are you
true.
the school?
You're
Squawkers
the
3?
You're behaving like a school right now, Squawker 2.
Oh,
This is the
man.
Merrill Hyde podcast, so we technically did spend $50,000 to get this information from Squawker 2. This is breaking news. Squawker 2 is a liar.
Squawker 2 is controlled by a little tiny green alien from Mars. I am not a liar.
No.
The little tiny green alien inside my body is the liar, however. I am not.
So are you as a who's talking to me right now? Are you the little green man or are you Renzo?
I am-
Squawker 2.
I am Renzo, also known as Big Squawker or Squawker
no.
2.
Big Squawker?
Command my respect if you shall speak to me this way.
I don't like our co-host talking to us like this. Squawker
I'm
3.
I'm honestly a little bit intimidated. Right
I'm
now.
sorry. Hold on.
You should
let me,
be.
Let me compose myself here.
Okay, do that. Me and Squawker 3 are gonna have a little chat.
Guys, I don't really trust him.
He scares me.
He's very, very intimidating. He's very tall. He's very moist. He has a very moist
He's
mouth.
very sweaty right now. I don't know if it's like the oil. Something's going on, and I'm a
He
little bit
is
frightened.
shining like the North Star.
And I'm right in between you two, so if I'm closer to him than any of you, and trust me, it's not nice. I'm scared. Oh, he's turned around.
I rotated around 90 degrees to face away from these people.
Thank you, Squawker 2.
At least-
We know you're not a person, but you didn't have to be mean about it.
I love you too.
Okay, Squawker 2. That's nice.
Okay.
Oh my! But
That was the alien speaking, by the way. That was not me.
You don't love us?
No, I do. I meant the rest of that. That was
Oh.
me at the end.
oh,
Right,
okay,
okay.
I see. I was about to say we getting heartbroken twice in one episode.
I'm very sorry.
This
okay?
this behavior better be fixed by episode 2.
I will beat the ever-loving crap out of that little green alien when this is
Hey,
done.
let's be careful with our language, Mr.
I'm
Might be
sorry,
listening.
ever-loving doo-doo, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate that, Squawker
Okay.
2.
I'm so sorry. I'm so terribly
We need to move on.
Yes, we do.
For
All right.
this. We're just gonna forget who you are.
I'm
and
so
what you are.
sorry.
All right, tell us. So reintroduce yourself for the sake of everybody, because now I can't tell if you're Green Alien Schmeznork or if you are Renzo Valentina.
I do have a quick
How
question.
did you know my name?
Is your name your name is Schmeznork? What was that?
Schmeznork.
Schmeznork.
How did you know? Who told you?
That's a lucky guess.
Squawker 4.
Squawker
4.
It's
Squawker 4 told you?
Squawker 4.
Okay.
When did we get a Squawker 4?
We don't talk about Squawker 4.
We don't talk about.
I'm
Squawker
Squawker 1. I feel like I should have known this information beforehand.
No! That's Squawker 0 to only to comprehend, not the rest of us.
Don't you both
hoodlums.
know who Squawker 4 is?
No.
Oh, okay then.
We do not!
Squawker 0 told me that Squawker 4 said that, but I
Okay.
don't know who Squawker 4 is.
I feel a little bit left out of the loop, Squawker
Okay.
0.
Okay, so I will reintroduce myself.
Thank you.
I am Squawker 2, also known as Big Squawk, who is real name life. His real name life is Renzo.
Wow.
Now you know who Big Squawk or Squawker 2 is.
Thank you. I had no idea beforehand.
You're so very welcome, and I am so very sorry for how I acted before.
We forgive.
We forgive.
Thank you.
And we forget. So moving on to the next
I don't even know who you are
conversation.
anymore. I already forgot. All right.
I have no idea how to breathe.
What?
Did you just make an ASDF reference in 2022?
2022.
Today is August 15th, 2022.
No, you're dating
and
the
you
podcast.
just in 2022 ASDF reference.
You know what? Tomska's gonna come back. Tomska's coming back.
He's already. He still exists.
I'm taking
he still
a sip
makes
of
videos.
cold water.
But right, yes. Moving on.
Would you rather know how many fingers I'm holding up, or know which number I'm thinking of, 1 to 20?
I would say the number you're thinking of, only because I have eyeballs.
That's
And
true.
I can
That's
look
true.
at the number of fingers you're holding. That is 3 currently.
That's right, it was 3.
It was 3.
I do agree with that analysis.
Squawker 2.
Yes, Mr. 2. Mr.
That
Mr.
sounds like
Two.
you.
Okay,
Are
we're
you
not on that
referring
basis
to
yet.
me as Doo a Squawker 3?
No.
Are you referring to me as the colloquial name Poop?
We're gonna-
Sir?
We're gonna stick to Squawker basis, okay?
Squawker,
No
Squawker.
misters, no misses.
No misters, no misses, no
Thank you.
mixes, nothing
This is
like that.
this is
No
a,
G's or
this
J's.
is this is
Okay.
an identification friendly podcast.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. So Squawker 2, I do agree with your analysis there because knowing what numbers behind the back is just easy. You just look behind.
You
But-
just
but-
rotate them 180
But
degrees.
knowing the number in the head is essentially like
Mind reading.
it is.
It is. Because of some, but you don't know what they're thinking until they say that number. So I could be thinking, like, I don't know, oh my goodness, I get, and then I say, like, 0, and then, like, females, right? But you only know 0. You don't know what happens next. You don't know what happened before or after that. All you know is 0.
But you can get an estimation.
That's true. That's
You know,
true.
Context clues are very
But there are
important.
no context clues here, just the number.
But if I'm looking at you and I hear
I see the sweat
I hear
dripping on your
0,
brow.
I obviously know that in that context you were thinking about the illustrious, immaculate Squawker 0.
I
That
was
is true.
saying that, okay.
We love you, Squawker Zero.
We do. Everybody loves Squawker Zero. I'm holding up half of a heart, and Squawker Zero is filling the heart.
It's
Thank
like
you.
it's
That's
like,
so romantic.
It's like that '90s show. Everybody loves Raymond. It's just everybody loves Squawker 0.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
answer
am
the
nodding my
question
head
now.
in agreement.
I am. Yeah, I am too. Squawker
I'm
3.
sitting idly, but I still agree.
That's awesome.
Idle animation, idiot.
I'm gonna answer the question now. Okay.
Squawker 2 signing out.
You know what? I think we're all at a mutual agreement that knowing how many fingers another is holding up is not as good. Knowing numbers, that's big brain.
Bro, not only is that big brain, it's big math.
Where did Squawker 2 go?
I logged off.
All right, he logged off.
He logged off. He is currently somewhere in the void.
I think I know how to bring him back actually. So, Squawker 2, don't come back yet. I have to bring you. Turn back around. Thank you. What are your opinions on mac and cheese water?
Oh my god! I hate mac and cheese water. For what reason? I assume you're about to ask.
For the listeners who are unaware, a certain someone in the senior class, I'm not going to name names, but their name is Von Navarro, decided to describe their process for making Kraft mac and cheese out of the box. So,
May I describe this? This has to be said with emotion. Squawker 3.
well, for reference, we need to know how you
Would you-
properly how do you properly make such mac and cheese? Right?
Since I am Italian, as everybody should know now,
You're an alien, so
I'm gonna beat you up.
All right. Happy to hear.
Okay. Well, feeling the love, Squawker 2.
Okay, okay, so you take. I'm sorry, I'm very invigorated by the fact that Von Navarro, we're not naming names here,
No names.
drinks mac and cheese water. Not the macaroni in there like a soup. Like it's just the water in the cheese. Okay.
It's
So
nasty.
how do you correctly?
How does one
correctly construct the Kraft mac and cheese?
you take the mac and cheese? Are we talking about in a box?
The box.
The box.
The box.
Okay. You take the mac and cheese box. You open the mac and cheese box. You have a giant bowl already full of water, the necessary amount. I do not remember. Do not ask me. In the pot already.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
The pot is boiling currently. You take the mac and cheese box, open it, take the mac and cheese packet out of it. It has to be powdered in this situation.
Yes,
it's
it is
powdered.
powdered
It's
cheese.
powdered.
You set it on the countertop, table, or whatever holding device that you have to hold that packet.
Sounds like a science
It
project.
cannot be your hand. You must have the other hand necessary, okay? It has to be there. You take the mac and cheese box, you pour it into that boiling pot of
Yes.
water.
What
okay?
is in the box that you were pouring into the water?
The macaroni elbows.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, did
No,
you
that's-
just call them elbows?
They're called macaroni elbows.
That
Are
is-
you serious?
That is the
macaroni. Okay.
that's
Here's
the,
this is no, let me speak. Okay. I know the term what macaroni actually means. It's not the term for the elbow itself. Macaroni in Italian means pasta. Like as we typically think of spaghetti, angel hair,
Yeah.
whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? That means pasta. Right? So you
Yes.
have to specify that as
Which
macaroni
pasta?
elbows, which are typically held as a semicircle with a hole punched into the
Yeah.
middle of them.
I just didn't know. I've never heard it been called elbows.
You have been enlightened.
I have, thank you.
Okay, then you, after doing that, once the noodles are nice and soft after you stir them around, you take a strainer, Von Navarro. You take the strainer.
Hey,
and
no
put it-
naming names.
No naming names, I'm sorry. You take that and you put it over a sink or something else. Do not put it into a trash can. Please. You get one puncture in that trash bag, and it's just... The water is everywhere. Okay?
We got pasta water everywhere.
Post-boiled water, okay? It will eat through your trash can lining, okay? Like the trash bag. You take that, you strain it out, right? You have the strainer so the
Yes, you
pasta
do.
stays in there. Okay?
course.
Von Navarro, not naming names.
No names. No
No
names.
names. No names.
After straining the pasta, which is a new term to Von Navarro, you take that strained
names. No
pasta...
names.
No names, no names. You take that into a separate holding bowl. You put the macaroni elbows into the holding bowl. You set the strainer aside
Strainer.
until you need it again.
Again.
Oh, until you need it.
Until you need it, okay? And then you take that already strained macaroni and cheese.
Very strained. Yep.
You pour the powder. You still leave a little bit in there so it can get nice and goopy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
or,
I understand.
or runny. If you drink mac and cheese water, you take that and you mix it in. After mixing it, you are able to eat it.
I understand.
But here's where it gets tricky for one unfortunate fellow that does not know how to cook macaroni elbows.
What's his name? No naming names, though.
No naming names? Von Navarro.
Yeah,
No naming names.
No
naming
names. No naming names was
Okay.
Von Navarro.
Okay, so after that, you stir it up to your liking, okay? Mm-hmm. Except for Von Navarro.
No names.
No
No
names.
names.
No names. And you're able to consume the macaroni elbows
I
with
agree.
cheese.
Right. So, what is so different about no names but
Von Navarro.
Navarro's method?
He takes, which is understandably okay for the first part of this, the nice and what do you call that? Like non-viscous fluid that is the cheese in the macaroni. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And you eat that with that. The macaroni, the cheese water. I'm sorry, the cheese water goes out of the hole in the macaroni elbow because it has a through hole in it.
Yeah.
So the water goes through the macaroni elbow. After eating that and having that cheese still sitting in the water, cheese water, Bon Navarro, no naming names.
No names.
No names.
You drink that like a hot beverage, like a hot chocolate on a cold winter's day.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
But it's cheese water.
Ooh, that sounds less nice.
Kraft mac and cheese water.
You know what?
Post boiled too. It is still hot,
Ugh,
steamy,
yucky.
but it's just filled with powder cheese.
You know
Ew.
what? Yeah, I feel like Kraft could honestly turn this into a marketing stunt. They could take the cheese powder.
I'm logging out. I am numb with rage currently, Squawker 3. I'm
understand.
turning around before you say something. I'm sorry, logging off for now, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
I will stay out of this.
All right. But all I'm saying is Kraft could make this into a ridiculous marketing stunt.
They
where,
could.
You know, like how Swiss Miss has those chocolate milk packs?
Yeah. I
Right.
have some.
Yeah. So imagine that, but it's filled with Kraft mac and cheese powder.
Disgusting. But
And
yeah.
then you like, or even a cured K-cup that is the mac and cheese powder.
No! No! You do not do that! You are so... No! No!
This is why you shouldn't have come back, Squawker 2. Okay. It's okay. Okay. We're just gonna...
I'm getting out of here.
Okay.
I hate you all respectfully.
Alright.
Alright, bye.
Happy to have you. He has left the room. No more Squawker 2.
Well, We're back, and Squawker 2 has returned.
I got pizza.
Thank you all for listening to the first episode of the podcast.
Thank you. We loved having you here so much.
I haven't finished my pizza.
He's still eating it.
I'm still munching on it.
That's mostly crust now.
But
He's still biting.
you know what? At least it's not cheeseburger.
Oh my god! No!
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the first episode of our new podcast, The Squawk. If you enjoyed the podcast, feel free to go and check out our other channels. We have one on Spotify, one on Apple Podcasts, and one on YouTube. You're hopefully listening to it in one of the places right now. If you have any topic suggestions, you just want to chat, or you just want to follow us, see any updates, feel free to also follow our Instagram at The Squawk. That should also be linked in the description. Also, feel free to comment on YouTube. Thank you all so much, and we hope to see you in the next one.